Good morning, students. Let's take a look at our morning message. May 8th, 2020. Dear students, springtime is a feast for the five senses. Oh, but I see an exclamation mark, so I better give it a little more oomph. But before I do, I want to check on that first word, springtime. So that's right now, right? It's the time that spring is blooming, spring is happening, and it's a compound word. Springtime, springtime. So let's try that sentence again. Springtime is a feast for the five senses. Let's write poems about our favorite color using our five senses. Mrs. Kilmer. So, I think you must remember about the five senses. You learned about them at the beginning of the school year with Senora Salazar. And yesterday we talked about our favorite color because I was making a connection to the poem that you had about the color green. Remember, green is the color of the grass that grows, frogs that hop, and a gator's nose. Green is the color of turtles too. I love green. How about you? So if you'll remember yesterday, I asked you what your favorite color was and why. I wanted you to be thinking about the why because today I want to talk to you about how you can write a color poem at home. So there are lots of different kinds of poems, and the poem that you learned from the learning calendar actually rhymes. And a lot of poems do rhyme, and that can be fun. But sometimes I think when you're starting out learning to write poems, it's better not to worry about rhyming because sometimes you'll just kind of come up with a word that rhymes, but it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really go with the poem or what you're trying to say, but you're just really focused on rhyming. So instead, with this kind of poem, you really want to use your five senses. So let me show this to you. We're calling this a color poem, and you're going to combine your favorite color with the five senses. Feels like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, looks like. So I already wrote mine about the color blue. Let me share it with you. Blue feels like fresh, cool water on my skin. Blue tastes like a blue raspberry Slurpee on a hot summer day. Blue smells like the salty air at the beach. Blue sounds like the waves crashing on the shore. Blue looks like so many different colors in the ocean waters and up in the sky. So you guys, there's my blue poem, and if you notice, it's just one sentence for each sense, and I just say that the color, and it feels like, da da da, what does it feel like? You continue the sentence with whatever that color feels like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, or looks like to you. So I'm really looking forward to hearing about your poems and to receiving these poems from you by email. Can't wait. Okay, for today we're going to continue with our learning about animals. We've been reading Fur, Feathers, Scales, and Skin. So we're on the last book, Skin. Here we go. So on the cover, I see a very cute frog. Wow, he's so bright green with yellow fingers, like yellow fingers. Oh, there's a bit of a glare. Let me try to work on that. Okay, by Jennifer Boothroyd. Skin by Jennifer Boothroyd. Here we go. Skin is a covering around an animal's body. Many kinds of animals have skin. So there I see a hippo and the hippo baby, and there I see, looks like a seal in an aquarium. Frogs have skin. People have skin. Skin can have other coverings on top of it. So I think they're talking about fur, right? Because the lion, of course, has skin, but he also has fur on top of his skin. Polar bears have skin under their fur. Birds have skin under their feathers. That's right. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, a lot of animals have a layer of skin and then something on top of it too. So there's the polar bear, and there's a beautiful hummingbird. Skin can be dry and rough. Skin can be slimy and smooth. Wow, I'm making a connection to scales, right? Scales can be those different things also. So there's an elephant with dry, rough skin, and maybe a salamander. Oh, by the way, I'm making a connection to one student who went on a hike in the forest in the Shenandoah Valley, and they sent a picture of some of the animals they saw, and one of them, I think, was a salamander. Human skin has many shades. Shades means different colors. Well, it's not a totally different color, but it's like different colors that are similar to each other. So it's talking about all our different skin colors. Skin helps animals hide. Oh, there's Karma, chameleon. This snake is camouflaged. It is hard to see. Skin protects animals. So there's a snake in a tree, and there's something in the ocean, an ocean mammal. Some animals have very thick skin. It stops them from getting hurt badly. So there's maybe a walrus with super thick skin, and these rhinoceroses, because they poke at each other, right? Maybe sometimes this guy fights, and these guys are fighting, and their thick skin protects them from getting poked by the horns of the other animals. Old skin can fall off in large pieces or in small flakes. Hey, that's like shedding skin, right? We've been learning about shedding fur, shedding skin, shedding feathers. Animals need skin to survive. Okay, there's a little lizard shedding his skin. And there are a bunch of different animals, all with skin. Oh, now, can I predict what part of the book is coming next? I think it's going to be some extra information about skin, maybe even with a diagram. Sure enough, look at that. Our skin and a diagram. Let's read. Our skin is made of 3 layers. You can see the top layer. This layer has holes called pores. Sweat comes out of these pores. Farther down is the middle layer. Hair starts in this layer. It grows through the top layer. Sweat and oil are made in the middle layer. Nerves send messages of pain or touch to your brain. Nerves are also in the middle layer. The lower layer mostly has fat and blood vessels. Okay, so wow, we have the layers of human skin. Look at that diagram. So remember, a diagram is a picture that's drawn with labels and maybe arrows and a heading, and it's to help explain, help teach us something very clearly. So here I see the top layer has hair coming out of it, sweat and pores. Pores are little holes. And then in the middle layer, there's lots of stuff. The hairs grow all the way down into the middle layer. The nerves pass through the middle layer. And also there's oil glands. And then in the bottom layer, it says there's fat and blood vessels. Wow, look at that. And I think what's coming next are some facts about skin, right? A bunch of listing of little facts. Let's see. Oh, sure enough. Facts about skin. Let's see. So on this page it says, people lose about 9 pounds of dead skin cells every year. Wow. Bat wings are made from skin. The skin is stretched between the long fingers at the ends of their arms. Frogs and lizards eat their dead skin to get vitamins. Wow, that's interesting. Some salamanders get air through their skin. Oil from a seal's skin keeps its fur waterproof. And most brightly colored frogs have a dangerous poison on their skin. Wow. Okay, and now, what do you think's coming next? Did you guess glossary? Ta-da! Sure enough. Camouflaged, colored to make an animal look like its surroundings. Protects, keeps from getting hurt. Skin, the outer covering of a person or animal. And survive, to keep living. There's our picture and text glossary and our index. So, I hope you enjoyed learning more about skin. And interestingly, this first book, which is Fur, Feathers, Scales, and Skin, we've had one book from this series, for each of these, but in fact, there's another cool book that I'll read to you on Monday, which is the last book in this series, and it's about shells. Shells. So I'm thinking, what kinds of animals have shells as their body covering? And don't forget, you're also supposed to be thinking about how animals are protected by these body coverings. How are the animals protected? You're supposed to be sending me that information. We already talked about how it keeps them warm. And then yesterday we learned that there are some animals whose scales actually keep them cool because they live in the desert or somewhere that's hot. But body coverings do more than that. There are more ways that they protect. So I'd love to hear from you about that. Just a few little reminders before I say goodbye, and I'll see you later for our story of the day. I wanted to say thanks so much for one student who came by to visit, and they dropped off their Butterfly Cafe poster, which I thought was so cool. I'm very excited to have a real Butterfly Cafe poster. And also for Teacher Appreciation Day, the same student brought a cute little poster that has some sushi on it. Look at that sushi. That's making me hungry for sushi. I love having you as my teacher so much. I thought that was a good joke. Okay. And as I mentioned during our meeting today, next week is Spirit Week, and the first day is Animal Day, where you could snuggle up with your pet or favorite stuffed animal and take a picture. And then just so you can think ahead a little, Tuesday is Character Day, where you dress up as a character. And just remember, no weapons, but any kind of character from your favorite book, your TV show, video game, movie, okay? And if you take a picture of yourself, have your parents take a picture, you can send it to me directly. You could also have your parents put it on the Facebook page for our school if you like. And also, don't forget that Sunday is Mother's Day. Yeah, so you want to be sure that you're working on something nice for your mom, maybe a beautiful card or a beautiful picture. Okay, I'll see you guys later with our story.